What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking every PLE match, well, not match, every PLE of 2025. We have 12 matches, 12 PLEs to go through. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below, what was your favorite PLE of the year? And let's just jump into it, shall we? At number 12, we have WrestlePalooza. As most of you would know, WrestlePalooza was a big failure. A big, massive failure. Which is sad. Because they were building this PLE up like it was the next big thing. So, well, here's the thing. They started the show with Brock Lesnar absolutely destroying John Cena. That was a terrible booking decision. We had a great match between... It was a great match between Io Sky and Stephanie Vaquer to crown... I think, was it to crown the new Women's World Champion? I think so. There was a decent match between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, which is very forgettable. And then we had AJ Lee, her in-ring return with CM Punk against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. That was a pretty fun match. Okay, next up, we have number 11. And I have Survivor Series War Games in San Diego at number 11. It was really underwhelming. The women's War Games match wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good either. What else was there? We had the return of Liv Morgan, so that was good with the Dominic Mysterio versus John Cena for the Intercontinental Championship. That was good. We had the unsurprisingly decent match with Nikki Bella versus Stephanie Vaquer. And then the main event for the men's War Games was really lackluster. There was basically no weapons used other than the table that was used at sort of the end, close to the end of the match. And the Mystery Man stuff, how they didn't reveal him after the match, that was pretty underwhelming. So, Survivor Series War Games is at number 11. At number 10, we have Night of Champions. All I remember from the show, we had Solo Sikoa capture the United States Championship in a really mediocre match with Jacob Fatu. He shockingly won the title. We had the debut of Tonga. We had the really good match with John Cena versus CM Punk. Basically, Bloodline rules. Basically what it was. We had the King and Queen of the Ring finals with Jade Cargill beating Asuka and Cody Rhodes defeating Randy Orton. So, overall, the funny part is Cody Rhodes won King of the Ring, but he pinned John Cena, the champion, at at Money in the Bank. So, it made no sense for him to go through King of the Ring to get another world title match if he already pinned the champion. That was another downside. My favorite moment from the show is when John Cena absolutely destroyed Charles Robinson. That was funny, but it's basically it. Next up, at number 9, we have Money in the Bank, Los Angeles. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match was pretty underwhelming. The spots took a while to set up, and they weren't really that good. It did have the right winner, in my opinion, Naomi, win the Money in the Bank contract. She was, I'd say, the best and the only option to win Money in the Bank for the women. Let's see. We had the match between Dominic Mysterio and Octagon Jr. It was a very forgettable 5-minute match. There was another match. I can't really think of it. Oh yeah, it was the tag match between Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Logan Paul and John Cena. It was a really slow match at the start, but then at the end is when Jey Uso tagged Cody Rhodes. That's when the match really started to kick into gear. Really interesting. It was a really cool spot when Logan Paul springboard off the second rope all the way through the announce table to Jey Uso. That was cool. There was a superplex when Logan Paul was holding his drone. And then there was the really good Money in the Bank ladder match for the men. Really insane spots. That really insane spear to El Grande Americano. Andrade was doing some pretty cool stuff in this match. We did have the involvement of the Vision and the Bloodline, JC Mateo and Jacob Fatu. We had the moment where Jacob turned on Solo, costing Solo Money in the Bank. We had Seth Rollins eventually winning the Money in the Bank contract. Really, really, really good moment. I feel like LA Knight should have won. Seth Rollins wasn't a bad option either. I wanted to include, I am not including Saturday night's main event. I feel like they're not really a caliber of a PLE, but in tomorrow's video, when I rank every PLE main event, there's not going to be Saturday night's main events either. Just to clarify that. But moving on to number 8, we have Clash in Paris. I feel like I don't really remember a lot. We had the really, I think is match of the year, on the men's side at least, with AJ Styles versus John Cena. Really good match. Paying tribute to Bray Wyatt. That was really fun. Wait, no, was it this? That wasn't at the Clash in Paris, was it? No. That was on a different show, I think, because I think this was Logan Paul and John Cena, wasn't it? I think it was, yeah. Yeah, I think the Clash in Paris was Logan Paul and John Cena, yeah. AJ was at a different show. I can't remember what it is, but we'll see it soon. There was Bronson Reed defeating Roman Reigns in I think it was the Australian Street Fight. No, that was Crown Jewel. What am I? I'm so lost. There we go. Here we go. There is the Fatal 4-Way match for the World Heavyweight Championship. LA Knight, Jey Uso, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. Becky Lynch temporarily joined the Vision at the end there. She would go on to end up leaving the faction, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember much from this card, but it is at the number 8 position. At number 7, we have WrestleMania 41. This, let me tell you, was really disappointing. There was the Raw Tag Team title match that didn't deserve to be on WrestleMania, but it was a decent match. It should have been the Tag Team TLC matchup from SmackDown. We had the very boring WrestleMania, Night 2 main event with Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Let's see. Travis Scott ruined that main event, so here we are. Travis Scott ruined everything. That's one of the main reasons why WrestleMania is at number 7. The Night 1 main event was really good. The triple threat with Roman, Punk, and Seth, match of the year contender there. Paul Heyman aligning with Seth Rollins at the end. The Night 2 starting match, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Bianca Belair, another match of the year contender for the women's world title. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre was a decent match, a decent street fight match. Let's think here. Jey Uso versus Gunther was pretty underwhelming. The moment was good, the match was okay. WrestleMania, some say it was a disaster, but it wasn't as bad as what people say. There was some really good matches from the show. Next up at number 6. At number 6 is the Royal Rumble from February 1st. Let's see. The Women's Royal Rumble was really good. It was a really good match all up until Nia Jax eliminated 9 people at once. Which there was Bianca Belair in that mix, Naomi, Liv Morgan, Io Sky, the 2 main winners that I wanted. The final, I don't remember what the final 4 was, but the final 3 was Nia Jax, Roxanne Perez, and Charlotte Flair. Roxanne Perez breaking the Women's Royal Rumble record for most time spent. Nia Jax breaking the Women's Royal Rumble record of most eliminations in a single match. And it had the winner, Charlotte Flair, who didn't need to win the Royal Rumble to get to WrestleMania. I still don't understand why they did it. Charlotte that was her big return after over a year of being out, but she did not need to win the Royal Rumble. The Men's Rumble was really good. The showdown, the stare-offs was really good in that match. I do think it's sad, but I do think Jey Uso was the wrong winner. It was I thought it was supposed to be John Cena. I do think John Cena was supposed to win the Royal Rumble. He should have tied Stone Cold for most Royal Rumble wins. But there was the really good matches that were in between the Royal Rumbles. There was the best 2 out of 3 falls match with DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns, I think it was. That was a fun match. And then I believe one of the match of the year contenders with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes in that ladder match for the Undisputed Championship. But overall, the Royal Rumble was a really good show. Now we've entered the top 5 PLEs of the year. Number 5, we have Backlash in St. Louis. I might say this a couple more times, but it had a match of the year contender with Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. We had the really fun main event with Randy Orton and John Cena. Yet it was just a bunch of finishers, but it was a good callbacks to what their feud was over a decade ago. Really fun stuff in that match. For being honest, I don't remember anything else other than those 2 matches. At the end of the Randy Orton John Cena match, R-Truth did get involved, costing Randy Orton the match, which is kind of sad. I wanted to see Randy win the title, but I knew it wasn't going to happen. So, at number 4, we have SummerSlam, the first ever 2-night SummerSlam, with the incredible Night 2 main event with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. A way better match than there was with their match at WrestleMania. Match was a lot of fun. It went all over. It went all the way up the stage, back down to the ring, outside the ring, all over the place. We had Jelly Roll had an incredible performance in the tag match with Randy Orton against Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. That was a good match. Night 1 main event, it was good. It was Gunther and CM Punk in a great match. We had the match with Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship in I think it was a street fight. I'm not sure, but Becky ended up winning that, which that was my least favorite match of their feud. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed was a fun match. There was a good triple threat for the women's world title. It was Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and the champion Naomi. That was a fun match. We had Tiffany versus Jade, which was a better match than I thought it was going to be. But overall, what we will probably remember SummerSlam for is the 2 moments that happened after each main event. Night 1, it was the ruse of the century with Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank on a brand new champion, CM Punk. And then night 2, we had probably the most unpredictable moment of all time. The return of Brock Lesnar, which I thought was never going to happen. I never thought Brock Lesnar would come back to the WWE. But, yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Next up is number 3. I have Crown Jewel Perth, and this is what had the Australian street fight and AJ Styles versus John Cena. Those 2 matches alone make this, well, not, the street fight was decent, but it wasn't that great. The main event, AJ Styles, I think, was it the main event? Probably not, but it was a really, really fun match with John Cena and AJ Styles. My favorite match of the year. Yeah, that's all I remember from Crown Jewel, really. There was the really, really good match with Seth Rollins and Gunther, and then I think it was Stephanie Valkyria and Tiffany Stratton for the Crown Jewel titles. Those matches were pretty good, too. Yeah. Next up, at number 2, Elimination Chamber at number 2. It will be remembered from in my opinion, the greatest heel turn of all time, John Cena. Selling his soul to The Rock, which was never paid off, but still. The Women's Chamber was really, really good. Same with the Men's Chamber. There was a lot to love about it. We had the return of Jade Cargill attacking Naomi. There was a decent tag match with Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. That match was okay. There was another match. I do not remember what it was, but Overall, one of the second best, obviously, PLE of the year. And at number one, the best PLE of 2025 was obviously Evolution, the all women's pay per view, which we haven't seen since 2000. Was it 2018, 2017? One of those two. They had the unbelievable second, in my opinion, second best match of the year with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky for the women's world title, with the insane cash in of Naomi. The battle royal was okay. I do think the right person won with Stephanie Valkyrie. We had Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. Was it decent? It was a decent match. And we had a really amazing triple threat with Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Lyra Valkyria for the Intercontinental title. And then we had I think it was a street fight with Bianca Belair's special guest referee with Jade Cargill and Naomi. That match was really, really fun. Overall, Evolution, probably one of my favorite PLEs of all time, probably. But if you guys enjoyed that video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what was your favorite PLE of the year, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.